everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new here, my name is Miranda and I'm so happy you clicked on today's video. I'm going to share a $3 dinner idea and I'm going to create a new series called $3, $2, and $1 dinners here on my channel. If you are new here, you might not know, but I do a lot of extreme budget grocery hauls and meal plans because my husband and I are on a journey in 2021 to become completely debt-free. We personally have cut back a lot on our groceries. We went from about $100 to $150 a week down to $30. So I like to share a lot of budget-friendly meals with you guys. There is nothing innovative about what I do, but if you're looking for some recipe inspiration or just some fresh ideas, maybe these videos will really help you out. Today's recipe is a sweet potato chili, and you might have all of these ingredients at home in your pantry right now. One of the ways that I personally like to make up my meals for the week is to constantly use the same ingredients over and over and over. I don't use anything that is a specialty item for the sheer fact that I want you guys to be able to recreate these meals without it being too much of a burden on you. So this meal covers 4 to 6 servings, and I am adding some additional seasonings that aren't in the cost of the $3 dinner. If you don't have the seasonings that I have at home, you can add those into the cost of your dinner, or you can use what you have on hand. Now, coming from someone who just creates meals and calls salt a seasoning, I don't typically add a lot of seasonings to my food, but all of you have been so encouraging in telling me to add more seasonings. Plus, my husband is a huge seasoning and sauce person, so he's been really grateful that I've decided to branch out above salt. So just keep that in mind, and as always, the recipe is posted in the description box below. If you try today's recipe out, I hope you tag me over on Instagram at Miranda Running on Plants and let me know what you and your family thought of today's recipe. So one more thing I wanted to quickly add is this is just the basic dinner option. If you wanted to add some crusty bread for just a few pennies more, I will leave my recipe that I continually use for crusty bread down below. Now this is just an all-purpose flour recipe. You can do half all-purpose and half whole wheat flour. It will turn out just fine, but it's not a gluten-free option. I don't have a gluten-free bread option that I currently use, but I'm working on one and I'm going to get a bread video to you guys so soon. So hang tight. But let's jump into today's recipe. All right, here is my tiny little haul for tonight's $3 dinner, and I'm making sweet potato chili. Total, this came to $2.97. I got 1 sweet potato, 1 onion. Onions are so cheap. They're 38 cents a pound, which is insane. Sweet potatoes, I think, were 90 cents a pound. This was the only thing I would swap if you're like super not into having sugars in your beans. I thought this would add a lot of flavor, and my husband would really like that. It's chili beans and tomato sauce. You could just do like 2 cans of kidney beans or a black bean or any kind of bean if you don't want to use the chili beans. I got a can of corn. These are all like 50 cents each, which is awesome. And this was 30 cents. Tomato sauce is going to give me my tomato flavor. So this is the base of my sweet potato chili. I will add seasonings. I have seasonings here at home, as I'm assuming you do. If you don't, use salt and pepper and you'll be good to go. But I'm just going to throw all of this into the Instant Pot and call it dinner. And this is a lot of food. Plus it's high in protein, high in fiber. You have some veggies mixed in here, so it's really delicious, and it's perfect for a comforting, like, cold night. And you can, if you want to, you can throw it in your crock pot and have it ready when you come home from work, or you can throw it in your Instant Pot and have it ready in just a few minutes. So here is how I'm going to make this meal. So I changed my mind and decided to put it in my crock pot. Now, if you guys don't have a crock pot or an Instant Pot, you can put this on the stove. I've had a lot of comments recently of people like, I don't have an Instant Pot, I can't make this. I don't have this, I can't make this. Yes, you can. I cannot teach everyone how to cook, but trust me, I am a minimalist. And even though I have like kitchen appliances, this is my first year of having a Instant Pot, an air fryer. I've always had a crock pot, but if not, let's just go back to basics and let's just use the good old stovetop, okay? And if you don't have one of those, maybe you can make this in the microwave. And if you don't have one of those, then go back to a campfire. But don't ever feel like you can't make something that I'm sharing. If you don't have a kitchen appliance that I have, just drop a comment below and say, hey, I really want to make this and I don't have a crock pot or I don't have an Instant Pot. What would you suggest? I will help you out, but I can't show every method of cooking in one recipe. And down goes a sweet potato. And don't worry, it did not go to waste. My dog is always in the kitchen. If you've seen him here on my channel, my dog Marcus is a German Shepherd Husky. He's 130 pounds. He's a tad overweight because he's always picking up what I drop in the kitchen. So I'm just chopping my sweet potatoes into bite-sized chunks. I did peel my sweet potato. If you're new here or haven't heard me say this before, I save all of my peels and vegetable waste per se and actually freeze them, and then I make veggie broth out of them. I probably make veggie broth about once a month. I use it really fast once I make it. A lot of times I even drink it at night because I really like it. It's very soothing. And then I just cut and chop my onions to my liking. You can cut them as big or as small as you like. You can also like saute your onions to add more flavor. I just throw them in the crock pot because it makes it really easy. Side note, have you guys seen that TikTok that's going around on how you should properly cut an onion? I haven't tried it yet. Let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about and if you've tried that, because it's literally mind-blowing. This guy like cuts an onion and it's like, whoa, what have I been doing my whole life? As you can already tell, this recipe is so easy. There's nothing innovative about this. My only hope is to show you inexpensive, budget-friendly meals that you can constantly use the same pantry items over and over and over and just get re-inspired, or maybe think, oh, you know what? I haven't made a chili in a while. That's a great idea. I'm gonna throw a sweet potato in it, and you have all these items on hand. I'm not showing anything new that hasn't been done before. All I'm doing is sharing what works for us. And on the weeks where I'm not doing an extreme grocery budget, I've said this before, but just to reiterate, I spend about $30 a week on groceries. That's our budget. And then I just make small meals like this, and there might be leftovers for lunch the next day. There might not be, but this makes about 4-ish servings, I would say, very hefty servings. But like I said, there's nothing innovative about this. It's just to kind of showcase, hey, this is what we're eating this week. And if you need a quick meal idea and you have these items on hand, or maybe you want to swap the sweet potato for carrots and regular potatoes, or maybe use squash, or, you know, whatever. It's just to get your ideas turning as well. So that way, if you are looking to save on some groceries, here's some easy ideas for you. Now, if you've been around here for a while, you know, normally I only use salt and garlic. So I'm very proud of myself. I grabbed some new seasonings this week. My husband likes seasons food. I do not. I just like regular salt and garlic, but I did add a little bit of cumin and some chili powder and some garlic salt and stirred it all up. You can add as much or as little seasoning as you'd like. You can also use whatever you like or whatever you have on hand. Here is dinner all finished. I let it sit on low in my crock pot for 6 hours, and then I checked it to make sure that the sweet potatoes were tender, and it's perfection. So this is just 2 servings, one for me, one for my husband, but I'll show you here how much soup is left. Now, truth be told, I had about 1.5 servings, and my husband had the majority of this soup. He loved it. There was a little tiny bit left that I had for leftovers the next day, but I highly recommend you guys making this. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Like I said, I hope you really enjoyed it and you were inspired if you're looking for a new dinner idea. Maybe you haven't had sweet potato chili in a minute and you're like, you know what, that sounds really good. I have all the ingredients, I'm going to make it. Or maybe you've never had it before and this inspires you to try it. It's really delicious. It's whole food plant-based. There's no additional oil, and we really like it. Like I said, it goes really well with crusty bread, and that only takes a few extra minutes to prep and bake, and you can serve that alongside your soup. Have an awesome day. I hope you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.